The pattern tells me to wash and block my cardigan, and while it is soaking, I am gonna cast on a swatch for the double knitted button band. This is also going to be washed and blocked, so I'll start that now. I just measured the gauge on both my cardigan and on my swatch. I have 9 stitches on 3 centimeters on both of them, so everything is great. Now I just need to pick up stitches and knit the double knitted button band. I think this might turn out a little bit too big. I just placed my April cardigan above it, and it was a little bit smaller. Well, I just have to wait and see when I'm finished how the fit is. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, A Cozy Knitting Corner. This is the September episode and we are almost halfway through. Today is September the 14th and I would like to show you what I have been working on so far. I have just today finished a pair of socks for a friend's son. This is the second pair in the same yarn. She started the first pair and then her hands start hurting. She has an issue with her hands hurting when she's knitting. And she had 100 grams of this rainbow yarn. And one sock finished and the other way almost at the heel. So I finished the first pair and I had a lot of yarn left over, so I cast on a new pair of socks for him. And yeah, today I just finished. So now I can return the socks and the yarn and the needle. It is a 2.5 millimeter circular needle. It's a Lana Grosser yarn, Mile and White. And the color is, oh, it's a long number. Let me show you instead of telling you. Very, very long number. I live in Denmark, so I have easy access to Lana Grosser yarn. I don't know where you are and where you buy yarn and what kind of yarn you can get your hands on. But this is a regular sock yarn with 75% virgin wool and 25% polyamide. And a lot of brands, I assume, produces a rainbow sock yarn. It's a sturdy sock yarn, not a soft merino. It's the virgin wool. It's a little bit more sturdy. I got interrupted. And because we are halfway through September, it suddenly came to my mind that I have ordered a Socktober package from the Danish company Wool Collective. And that means that next month is October, and in knitting world often known as Socktober. And I'm gonna knit 4 pairs of socks, or 4 single socks at least, to be eligible to participate in the giveaways or the prizes. So I have another pair of socks on my needles and it is still not finished. Now the vanilla rainbow socks are finished, so I can focus on this pair because there is still some left to knit until this one is finished. And it's on a 2.0 millimeter, so we have a little more stitches than I used to on a 2.5. So yeah, both more stitches and more rounds until it's done. It is in this beautiful yarn from a German company called Gründl Sockenwolle, and this color is 103. So yeah, I am knitting this on a 2.0 as I mentioned, and in a 3 times 1 rib all the way on the leg and on the top of the foot, and it's just stuck in it at the bottom of the foot. And I do a shear up heel as I almost do every time I knit socks out of my head. So yeah, 1 pair finished and 1 pair to finish in September. And then I cannot cast on any new socks because I have to be ready for Socktober. So I wanted to cast on a little project here in September, and that is not gonna be socks, or that should not be socks. So I knitted myself a Sophie scarf. And I did it in a strand of sock yarn, whoopty, and a strand of Kammerose Månestråle. And it gives this muted pink-green colors. The Kammerose Månestråle has a little glitter in it. I don't know if it shows on screen. I can try to twist it, but there is a little glitter in this scarf. And this is, by the way, a lanyarn footprint, Wool Addicts footprint. It's a sock yarn with a little bit of cotton in it. But now I have a beautiful Sophie scarf ready for fall and winter. And yeah, cast it on and cast it off during September. I have cast on another scarf, and it is from the book by a Danish designer called Mette. I am actually not aware if she's gonna do this in English or translate it, but it is called Strik med et enkelt fed, which translates into knit with one single skein. And in this book, I have picked it up at the library. I have chosen this Ingrid scarf in herringbone stitch all the way. You weigh the yarn and then you increase until you have almost half of the yarn left, and then you decrease, and this will make you use up all of the single skein. This one I bought in Paris. I do not have the yarn label with me here. Sorry for that, but it is, as I remember, it is a fingering weight yarn, and I think it is merino and mohair, a mix of that. And here is my progress on the scarf so far. As you can see, or maybe you can see, I was a little more loose in the beginning, and now I have tightened up the stitch. I think it's because I'm getting better at it. This herringbone stitch is kind of fiddly, I would say. So this project is going to take a while. The Sophie scarf here, I knit this in 5 or 6 days. And this one is not gonna be knit up in 5 or 6 days. It's fiddly. I need to knit 2 stitches together on every row and leave one of these 2 knitted stitches on the needle for the next 2 stitches to be knit together, if that makes sense. So it is a little hard to just pull one stitch off the tip. Yeah, but it is possible. It's just not quick. So yeah, another scarf on the needle because yeah, I thought it was a beautiful pattern, and this yarn came to my mind. I have one skein of it. I bought it to be a Sophie scarf, but now it's going to be an Ingrid scarf. And then I have plans for a new scarf. Or it's not a scarf, it's maybe more a shawl. Because I also picked up this book from the library, 52 Weeks of Scrap Yarn. And it is because of this scarf or shawl on the front page called if it's called it, I don't know how you pronounce it, Petite candy scarf. You can see how it's spelled here, Petite candy. And then today I just opened the book and was reading about what yarn and stuff like that. It is meant for a fingering weight yarn. You use a main color and you use 200 grams of the main color. That is 800 yards or 730 meters. So 200 grams or 2 skeins of fingering weight yarn is not, in my mind, scrap yarn. So you have to either have 2 single skeins or purchase 2 single skeins to make this scarf. But then you need also contrast colors, and that is maybe where the scraps is going to be used, because you need a total of 200 grams. Again, 800 yards, 730 meters. So your scraps is 200 grams and your main color is 200 grams. So you need 400 grams of yarn to make the Petite candy scarf. Yeah. It's a beautiful scarf and it looks crochet, but it is knitting. And that is what made me wanna look into this book. I have not looked at one single of the other patterns, but I will. I often use the library to look through books before I even buy them or wish for them. And this one I need to look through, and maybe I will wish for it. The other one, knit with one single skein, I will definitely either buy or put on my wish list. I need that book. It's a very beautiful book with a lot of patterns, projects for one skein. And a lot of knitters have those beautiful one skein wonders in their beautiful stash from a yarn festival or a vacation or yeah, whatever. So it's a perfect book with a lot of one skein wonder projects. Yes. One last book I will show you, No More Knitting Projects. I have already this one. It is in Danish, sorry for that, but it's in English, Knitted Animal Friends. It's a book by Louise Crowther, and she also have made this one, Knitted Wild Animal Friends. And I wished for this one, and I received it in my birthday, as a birthday present. And let me show you what I think is the most cute little wild animal here. Suddenly I can't remember what you call this in English. In Danish, it's a dogndyr. Dogndyr, a sloth. It's a sloth. Elias, the sloth. But then I looked through and found the elephant also. She is so cute with her little dress. Here she is. Oh my God, she is so cute. Look at the elephant, Olivia. For a little girl. Oh, she's so cute. 12 cute wild animals in this book, brand new. I received it as a birthday present. And here, 13 little cute animals. So now I have the possibility to knit more than, yeah, it's 25 animals. I just need more knitting time. But yeah, I do not have anything more to show you here halfway through September. I will knit through my socks and my scarf, and I am knitting on a secret Christmas project, so it's a gnome I can't show you. But, oh, speaking of gnomes, Sarah Shearer just released her pattern, her October mystery gnome along. And I can put in a picture. Her original idea for the design was a pumpkin gnome, Gnomekin, or yeah. And then with a little twist, not a lot of changes, she could make the pattern into a witchy gnome. So now you can either choose to knit a Halloween witchy gnome or a fall pumpkin inspired gnome with the same pattern. I bought the pattern. I think she has a discount code here throughout September. Go check it out if you want to knit a mystery October gnome also. But well, yeah, now I have Socktober packet on the way with 4 socks to knit, or 4 single socks at least, and a mystery gnome. So I am looking into a very busy October month for me. So now I will use the rest of September to clear off my needles, hopefully, and make mental space for October and Socktober. I will catch up later in this video. It's all for now. Talk to you later. Hello, I'm back again, this time to round up the video and show you my last little progress on my September socks, my mountain socks, because my goal was to finish these socks. Of course, number 1 is still done, and you can see number 2 is still on the needles, but I'm very close because I am counting my rows. And I have only 1 stitch marker to move from this sock to this sock. And this is going to happen in 2 rounds. I will move it and then I will start the toe decrease. So I'm very much close to the end. Today is September 22nd, so I can still make it in September. The challenge is that I have now a lot of other projects I would like to work on. But yeah, let's see if I will finish. And if I will, you will see this in my next episode. One other thing came flying in and I needed to knit on it in September. And that is why also I put the mountain socks to rest. My little daughter, she is not very little anymore, requested a pair of mittens because she was cold. So I have knitted her. It's a Danish pattern only. It's called Aasum Vanter. It's a mitten in 2 layers knitted together, and then you this is not washed and blocked yet, so when you have washed and blocked it, you simply put the inner mitten into the outer mitten. Is it called that? But you just do like this and they fit together. Now this is knitted for my daughter and her hands are very small compared to mine. But here is a pattern, a finished mitten from the Danish pattern Aasum Vanter. It's knitted in sock yarn, also from a Danish brand, Cardigan, sock 4 in a pink color. That was her only demand. It should be in a pink color. I knitted this first mitten during Wednesday, Thursday, and some of it I finished it Friday evening. And then also Friday evening, today is Sunday, I cast on for the second mitten. And I am just above the thumb on the outer mitten, on the first one. I'm counting my rows from the thumb. I need to do 20 rows before I'll do the increases. Decreases, Nadja, decreases. Make it small on the top. And then I need to pick up stitches and knit a complete another mitten to put inside. I thought I would finish this this week, but I can't. It's Sunday today. I'm not gonna make it. But within the next few days, I will make it, wash and block them, so she can use it, because it's end of September and it's getting cold here in Denmark. But yeah, I'm quite sure I'm not gonna make it with only 150-gram ball of yarn, because when I started the second mitten, I weighed this yarn ball and I had 18 grams left. So I have used a little more than half for the first one. And that is not a problem, because I have a whole new 50-gram ball. So I can complete this mitten with no problems. But the challenge is that my daughter's friend also now wants a pair. And of course in the same color, and I have only got these 2. So of course I can buy new ones, but I'm not a fan of buying new sock yarn. I like to use what I have in stash. But I had to sleep on it before my brain was fresh enough to come to the conclusion that I can just knit the 2 outer mittens in the pink And I can knit the 2 inner mittens in a plain white and even more soft merino sock yarn. So that's the plan for her friend. She will also receive a pair of Aasum Vanter, Aasum mittens, but with a white inner side. I think she can forgive me for that. Yes. And also in September, I have knitted on my squishy garter stitch blanket. I love, look at it. Oh my God, isn't it beautiful? I love this project and I love this garter rich blanket. I'm very inspired by the Cozy Comfort Throw by a Homespun house, Molly. But I have not purchased the pattern. I just cast some stitches on a 5mm needle, and I am mixing one thread of, what is the one I'm knitting on right now? Here and here. One thread of this thin wool yarn called Super Soft from Holstgarn, and the last one, or the other strand, is this hand-dyed sock yarn or merino yarn fingering weight. So these 2 strands together on a 5mm is creating this beautiful, beautiful fabric. Last time we talked, I put a progress keeper on my blankets so you can see where I was. It was there, and now I have made quite a progress, I think. So that's my September progress on my blanket. I will move this stitch marker up, and I can't promise you that my progress in October will be just as much, because I have plans in October. Other plans than knitting on this really nice project. It's not because I don't want to. I'm just afraid that I simply won't make it. Because Friday I picked up a package from Wool Collective, a Danish hand dyer, filled up with nice sock yarn and 4 patterns for Socktober 2025. It's a knit along where you knit 4 pairs of socks in total. The only demand is you need to finish one of the 2 socks in all 4 pairs to participate in the big giveaway. And there is a, what is the English word for a bankoplade? But there is a sock challenge, or a knit along challenge, where you need to cross off all these, and then you can participate in the big prize. Every week they draw also from one row, and I am going to do my best to keep up with this. I did not complete all socks when I last participated in Wool Collective Socktober. It was around the time I started podcasting, 2023. I think I have, in some of my first episodes, I'm showing off some of the Wool Collective Socktober 2023 patterns. One of them is actually that one over there. It never got a partner. It's still just one sock. Maybe eventually it will get one. But yeah, I picked up the package. Let me show it to you. Friday. I'm not gonna open it. It's a very big box filled up with beautiful yarns, and I am looking so much forward to starting the projects. Actually, I have already started one of them, but I won't show you. It's a teaser for next month. Next month is going to be all about Socktober, the 4 pairs of socks, and then I will sprinkle in some gnome knitting, because Sarah Shearer has October mystery knit along for Gnome. This is going to be the one color. Maybe this is going to be one of the colors in Gnome together with a white nose. So this is going to be Gnome, and that's the pumpkin inspired Gnome. And then she also in the pattern has Gründl. That is because with the little few changes she could make 2 gnomes out of 1 gnome pattern. I'm not even sure I'm gonna finish 1 gnome because I have all the Socktober socks, but I will try. And now I have decided, I have not decided last time we spoke, but now I have decided that I will knit Gnome as the first gnome, and then I will get back to Gründl, hopefully. So this is my Gründl color, maybe like this, I don't know, I will find out, but I'm certain on this color for the pumpkin. It's a signature 4-ply I have showed you in my last podcast in the color amber. It's a sock yarn. It's a sock yarn. This is a sock yarn from Sandness. It's the Sisu, and this is some kind of wool yarn. I don't know what it is. This I have. This is I have received it as a gift from one of my knitting friends, and maybe this also, I can't remember. I don't know. I need 20 grams, so I'll have to weigh this, and if it's not 20 grams I will use this. But yeah, so October is going to be Socktober and gnome knitting for me. I have not decided yet if I'm gonna upload weekly in October or just keep it monthly. So if you have an opinion on that, please write it in the comments and maybe I will listen. Actually, I have not decided yet, that's for sure. I will decide during next week because then I'll have to upload Sunday or something like that. I don't know. And that's because I will go for knitting 1 sock in 1 week, and in that way it will make sense to upload weekly. I don't know. Please write a comment if you have a suggestion. But for now, I don't have more to show you. So I will end this video now and wish you a happy October. See you next time. Bye.